Hey Scorpio, welcome to your Aries reading. My apologies, I know it's late and behind, and there's been a big gap since my last video, which was probably Libra. I have been sick. So, this reading can be used for your sun, moon, rising, or Venus placements. All of the information could apply to you if you have heavy placements in Scorpio. For instance, if you have the moon in Scorpio, or as well as the Saturn, Mars, or Neptune in Scorpio, depending where it is in your birth chart. If you were born on October 19th through October 25th, you were born on the Libra-Scorpio cusp. If you were born on November 18th through November 24th, you are a Scorpio-Sagittarius cusp. And you can check out those videos because you will more than likely have messages in the Sag reading or the Libra reading. And also, I want to remind you that certain planetary aspects can affect your reading, and this is for the collective, so it may or may not resonate with you. Also, I sometimes use adult language. My settings on the video are for adults, so children shouldn't be able to click on this video anyway, but I did want to put that out there. Planetary placements right now: Sun is in Aries, the Moon is currently in Capricorn, Mercury is in Aries, Neptune is in Pisces, Venus is in Gemini, Mars is in Aquarius, Saturn is in Aquarius, Jupiter is in Capricorn, as well as Pluto, Uranus is in Taurus, Chiron is in Aries, and Eris is in Aries. I'm going to start your reading with an oracle card because the energy I'm kind of picking up for Scorpio is very dreamlike, metaphysical. That's Scorpio. You guys have good intuition. The information that you guys are getting right now is in your dreams or by intuition. If you do not work in some kind of metaphysical realm, if you don't read tarot or deal with some kind of maybe occult energy, I'm not saying that this is cultish or devil, nothing like that. Most of the tarot readers I know incorporate angelic guidance and pray to God before they do readings, so I'm not making a generalization in that aspect. What I'm saying is there's some kind of spiritual element to Scorpios, even if it's just intuition by itself. Right now, the outside world is quiet enough that you're able to channel all of your senses and everything in that way, so things are clearer for you. Oddly enough, I actually started recording your reading right before I did this, and I got about 20 minutes into it and realized that I had something that was just set up wrong with the camera, and I was struggling through the reading the whole time, which is not like me at all. Like I said, I've been sick. If you had watched, your moon or rising placements, if you had checked out videos that I had done before, you'll notice, and early on I was complaining of a sore throat. Well, that led to fevers and me just being completely exhausted, swollen lymph nodes, and I finally, when I went for my checkup to the doctor, she checked me for mono. Ended up having mono, and I know it's transmitted through saliva the way the virus is, and the timeline of that wasn't adding up for me, and I was like, what the heck is going on? And I found out that I have, it's a virus that can reactivate if your immune system's run down. So I actually had a monovirus from like years ago reactivate in my system, and if you want to play would you rather, I guess I would rather have mono than coronavirus. However, I have slept more in my life than I think I ever have. And I mean, sometimes just to get up and even get in the shower and make something to eat, I would be exhausted. So I'm finally back here trying to finish out the Aries season, because I knew if I didn't, you know, I'm an Aries, I would just like beat myself up over that because I didn't complete something. So here we go. I always like this card. It reminds me of, it's Obi the Retriever, and it always reminds me of something that you need to say, because the blue is also reminding me of like the throat chakra. He's pointing to his throat. Obviously, I'm going to get more cards here. But there's something. He has like this antennas on top of his head and light coming from his head. Like I said, the dream state. But he's holding on to it. In the darkness. But I'm sensing, like, the sense in his eyes is a sense of cherishing something that you cherish, that you're holding on to. It feels like a comfortable energy too. It's like you're comfortable in this dream state, relaxed. Maybe a little bit of sadness, missing someone perhaps, which that could be happening because of the way things are right now. Wow, all 6 cards came out like that. Boom. The 5 of Wands, Queen of Cups, 6 of Cups. I mean, there you are right here in the middle. You could be manifesting something through your dreams and weighing out a decision, but like I said, there's a fondness here. The struggle here is definitely it's in the mind. It's she's keeping a lid on this cup. And he's holding on to something near to his throat, and something you want to say, or something you're trying to manifest through your dreams. Oh, wow. First card out is Death. Here you are. I mean, it just was laying, it fell out of the deck and was laying in my lap before I even finished shuffling. So you're showing up here. Oh, this is why the camera was messed up. This is so your reading now. And I will tell you, this deck right here is the first deck that I ever bought. And I use it a lot just when I'm sitting there doing anything, or if I'm talking to one of my friends and they just want information. This is the one I always go to. And, you know, even if I was sitting there just like doing anything but shuffling my cards, sometimes I meditate when I shuffle. But this deck has been so good the past couple of these, you know, the past 2 weeks, but here recently the past couple of these. So whatever cards come out of here, I'm just, they're on point. Okay, the Knight of Wands, Page of Swords, Five of Wands, again. Which, these two cards actually came out, and I reshuffled it. They came out in the last reading I did for you, so there's something there that has to be, whether you want to bring something back to life. If any sign can do it, Scorpio can do it. You don't let go. You hold on tight to things, and even when something is dead or was dead, yeah, you're really in your mind about something. Just follow your intuition, and if you're using your job as a diversion to not think about it, you know, being, I guess, I mean, whatever the thought is, and I haven't found out for sure. It looks like it's a relationship of some sort. And quite obviously, you could be struggling with the death of something, but I mean, that's for some of you. Let me get the rest of these cards. Eight of Wands. This is definitely some kind of okay, this flipped over. Definitely a dream state. Alright, so this is a connection. Here you are again, this transformation. Do you know how, I mean, you've seen it in Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts or anybody, how they rub, like a rope against a stick, and they blow on it to light a fire? I'm picking up the same energy off of these two cards too, the Seven of Air and the Six of Cups. It's a reignition of something that, even here, now I'm getting this, how he's scraping this, like rubbing, I'm just getting the sense of, you know, rubbing something together to reignite. To light something back up. Look, Queen of Fire. There you go. it was something that was dead inside that you are reigniting or have reignited in someone. Let's be frank. Scorpio men they're unlike a man with Scorpio placements, prominent sun, moon, or rising you're like no other man, put it that way. Scorpio women are very deep, powerful. Usually, they do some kind of work like this. But Scorpio men, just in general, they have those eyes that can like hypnotize you. They're like sex voodoo. They will tie you up and put you in a box and keep you there, and you'll love it. And you'll just, or you'll get away from them and then somehow they'll bring you back. This has to do with love. I didn't want to turn this into a definite love reading. And of course this isn't going to resonate with some people, but there's a reignition of something. I mean, having this hyena come out with, there couldn't be any other card that would go more with the death and Scorpio. And normally I don't like the hyena card, but here, sometimes you hear about the laughing hyena. It's like naughty or like so bad it's good. Something is restarting. Yeah. Here, this girl has a fan, like fanning the flame. There's a lot of just reignition of something, okay? And you don't, I feel like at one point you didn't know what to do, right? It was like you were getting messages. And you just, but it's clear to you now. You're the sign that you're not afraid to dive down inside of you, but it was something that was dead or was near being dead. And you brought it back to life, even if it was in someone else, because you are the sign that has the ability to do that, right? So there's something that you do to someone that, or someone does to you, that they have an energy that can wake something up, and perhaps you don't even need to be there. There's something that you have or that they have. It's like a drug, but not really a drug. It's like something that, some kind of energy that you have or the other person has, that you have to get to be able to reignite something and apply it to something that you do. There's an energy, right? There's something that ignites the energy for them to you even rush in and out to get whatever they need. I know this is choppy. Okay, but it's not, okay, so the energy is very clear. It's for both. And this just happened to be at the bottom of the deck. And so masculine. These are like the sexy, cards. And this is the mirroring card when I see this. So it's like both of you the same way. And yeah, this is fire. But it's dark, right? But there's some kind of ignition here that one of you or both of you need. It's like opium or something. It's so magical, right? Or metaphysical that it's even hard to put words on it. It's like you guys are in a different dimension or a different realm. Or this is such a Scorpio reading. It's so strange. Not strange, like I'm getting it, but the power of your minds and the no fear. You guys don't have fear to go down there and start something up, but you're fanning the flames. Like it's starting, or it's been ignited, and it can't be stopped now. It's lit and it's gone into. This is the most powerful card in the deck. It's lit now. It was dead. You or the other person brought it back to life, and it's not, you can't put it out now. But you were the only one, or this other person that you're dealing with who probably has some prominent Scorpio placements or some fire placements. It can't be, the flame cannot be put out now. If this has to do with a project or something that you love, for some of you it could be, I don't think that's what it is. But for some of you it could be. I'm getting a lot of the cards falling out. But this one flipped over, so it's He of the Fiery Sword. Okay. Right? You know when He-Man draws his sword out? You guys are like a sponge, like a good solid sponge. You're impervious to, you're not, so the water, it doesn't, which represents emotions, it doesn't get to you, or you're not afraid of it. Well, both. You're not afraid of it. I'm getting the feeling that it's not even something that's very vocalized all the time. It's like a knowing. It's a thought, it's thoughts, it's dreams, it's in Not that it's not being applied in the real world, or it hasn't been yet. This feels so vague the way that I'm trying to explain it. I'm never usually at a loss for words to properly articulate what I'm trying to say, but it's your reading, so you'll understand what I'm saying. There's a lot of in the head, and I mean, obvious passion, but it's a reignition of something that you may have even manifested through the power of your mind. And I know that sounds strange, but if you think about, if you want to put it as like the law of attraction or manifestation, that could be said. But since I pulled these oracle cards out, I haven't memorized every single. I've read this book, but there are so many of them. I do want to read your oracle messages. So, it'll be the Retriever is trying to remind you of something you lost, a hope perhaps, or a dream. You may have thought it gone forever, but he is holding it out to you for reconsideration. He thinks you can do something with it now, but the way may not be obvious, but his clever nose has scented a path, a potential opening for bringing this into life. Sometimes Ilby may be saying that a long-awaited dream is at last arriving on the scene, and there is nothing we need to do but open our hearts and minds to it. However, we usually have to work for it. Another attribute to Ilby is loyalty. Wow, that couldn't be more on point with what I was saying. Okay, so he of the fiery sword. It's number 4. It's been a while since I've actually pulled the cards out at reading how they are, but I read when I start my cards, and the order I do my readings and stuff like that is something I do out of intuition and how I feel. And that was just what I felt like I needed to do for this, because these are my most mystical cards. And I knew that this reading had to do with something mystical. Or it felt mystical or something. The presence of the fiery sword's master in a reading can indicate that there is a need for clear and focused will and determination to carry through on decisions, even if much effort is required. Or he can tell us that such will and strength is present in regard to the issues under consideration. We need to consider how he is expressing his will and strength and how that expression may be enhanced or improved. It is this singer's energy that enables us to burst the bonds of an outgrown way of being and move on to the next level. He indicates this is a time to take action based on clear spiritual will. His presence indicates great strength and great potential for good. It also reminds us that if we call upon him, we will receive assistance. The presence of this card in a reading radiates strength and willpower to the cards around it. Okay. This probably won't resonate with men, and I don't even know if women have seen that. Yves Saint Laurent has, YSL has this perfume called Black Opium, which is probably like my second favorite perfume, but there was an ad, I don't remember when it came out. I'll put it in the, I'll link it in the description, but the girl, she's dressed really dark, she has dark makeup on, and she goes, and it's darker than night, and she goes out, and she finds this guy who, he's really hot, and she's in black leather or whatever, and she goes and puts her arms around him, and then behind him he has like has a bottle of the perfume, and she grabs it, and that's what she takes for him. Now obviously there's like an attraction between these two, but there's something more powerful and potent. I'm back, you guys. Usually I'm on that when the battery starts to go dead, and I know, but I was just so into this I wasn't paying attention. The other thing I wanted to note is, I know I mentioned that song by the White Stripes. I think it's called Icky Thump. I think usually the lyrics are more of the important things when I pick up a song for you, and I don't remember all the lyrics to that song. I haven't listened to it in a while. Oh, I love it. But it's the video. There's like this voodoo, it almost looks like, and I think it is, I think the video is supposed to be set in Mexico, and it's like the voodoo religion. It's got a lot of like the voodoo elements in the video, and there's like this lady, like this magic voodoo lady in the video. I just that's what I feel like. This is some kind of spiritual, I don't know, spiritual connection. Just seems so cliche in terms of the tarot world, but it's like, I don't want to say creepy. It's not creepy. It's dark. It's like this dark sort of connection. Like I said, if this is resonating you'll get it. But it's a magical connection that's for some, I feel like that it's like a lifeline or something, that something you almost need to live off of it in a way. There's even if you have to go get it to keep, it's like putting gas in a car or something, like just to keep, or maybe to like implement it, like an energy, or like I keep saying the same thing. Basically, there's something that somebody has or that you have, and it's probably you because you're Scorpio, that, or maybe you feed off of each other. Not like vampires in a way, but like an energy that you both need to survive on, or a chemical that you give each other that you need to survive on. Like, and it's even beyond your physical power in the world. It's like controlled by a higher element. I'm like feeling energy here, but because it could be happening here, like I said, in this realm, but it's manifested in a different realm, I think, and then projected here. If you're dreaming about it, or if you're having dreams, or if you're feeling it in your gut, if it's constantly on your mind when you're not in dream state, when a Scorpio follows their intuition, or what's on their mind, or what's in their gut, don't ignore the gut feeling. Especially if you're a Scorpio, you are the most intuitive sign of the zodiac. Whatever you're feeling, whatever is in your gut, you need, well, I can't say you need to, but you should follow it. Sure, you can keep dipping back in or going back to get your feed or your fill, but it's like, I mean, it could be like a vampire going in for blood and never being never being full or satisfied. You're gonna have to keep going back to that particular thing to keep yourself alive, or but it's a connection like that. I almost feel like this is only gonna resonate with certain Scorpios, whoever I'm connecting with, but it's that kind of thing. Something that you give to somebody, or they have to get from you. to the point that you would even sacrifice yourself. Like I said, I don't want to say sell your soul to the devil, because I don't feel like it's like that. Like it's the bad person, but it's, like I said, like if this person like put you in a box and tied you up, you would let them. you yeah. I'm not getting anything past that. This is what it is. So I'm sorry. So I'm trying to put it into better words, but I think I've done the best I could with it, because, like I said, it's not, the majority of what's going on here is not taking place in the physical world, and maybe it can't right. Well, I mean, for many of you, it can't. So that's part of it. It can't. But because it was constricted or restrained from being able to take place here in the physical world, it's been ramped up in the dream state, or in another dimension, so to speak. And by the time that it is reconnected, or you go back in the physical realm, or if you decide to go back in the physical realm, it's going to be so powerful that it's going to just, yeah, so it's like a lot of pent up stuff going on in the mind. So when connection is made, it's going to just be like, and there's a lot of ignition right here. There's just like pure ecstasy in both of their eyes. Look, it's like they know what's on their mind. Yeah, so it's not a new it's not a new connection. The younger energies are here, so it's a reignition. Like I said, of something that had died. Scorpio is the sign that can go down, take something that's almost dead, and bring it back to life. And that's what you did for someone. Something that was dead, or almost dead. See these flowers? It's like you were a magician and you were just like, see? New life. Lilies. The roses, red roses. It's like you... Yeah. So... Not surprised when it comes to the energy of the Scorpio. That's your magic power. And you did your sex voodoo eyes powerful stuff on someone, and now you're both addicted to each other through pheromones or whatever you give each other, or the connection, like I said, through the mind and dream state. It's where you're really connecting, and it's like these horns are like receptors or something. Like you're just picking up vibrations from... Yeah, I'm just rambling now, saying the same thing over again, but I will let you guys go. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Your song link for your video will be in the description. If you would like a private reading, which I am doing them now since I have more time, I'll get them out as soon as I can. It'll be a recorded video just like this. The spread, I usually do a Celtic cross. I can do more, but anyway, email me at the email address in the description, or the easier thing to do is just like book on my Facebook page. If you type in like the name, like Elevate Oracle, into Facebook, you'll get on my business page, and then you can book it through there. I'm actually getting ready to run a thing because of the coronavirus, and people, you know, obviously I don't have a lot of money, these people aren't getting paid, so I have an idea where I can offer extremely reduced rates just to give people something to do, because I'm sure you're bored at home, and I'm gonna try to get that set up today, so that should be fun. Sorry about it. So, alright, well, I'll see you guys not too far along. It'll be Taurus season, so take it easy, y'all.